As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the empty theme park, James and Emma found themselves in an eerie situation. They were two employees tasked with closing up for the night, but due to a sudden malfunction in the park's security system, they were trapped inside. Their radios crackled with static, leaving them cut off from the outside world. Unease settled in as they ventured deeper into the park, their footsteps echoing through the empty streets. The once vibrant attractions now seemed hauntingly desolate. It was as if the life had been sucked out of everything, replaced by an overwhelming sense of dread. As they approached the entrance of the old haunted house, an unseen force propelled them inside. The door slammed shut behind them, and they found themselves transported to a different time loop, a nightmarish realm of horror, where grotesque creatures lurked in the shadows and death lingered at every turn. The air turned thick with the stench of decay, and bloodstains marked the walls. Tormented cries echoed through the halls as the couple wandered deeper into the abyss. They soon realized that escaping this twisted reality was impossible. Every exit they tried led them right back to where they started, trapped in an endless loop of terror. Monstrous beings with gnarled limbs and twisted faces stalked them relentlessly. They fought valiantly, but their efforts were in vain. No matter how many creatures they defeated, more appeared in their place. James and Emma grew weary, their bodies battered and bruised, yet the horrors they faced were seemingly never-ending. Days blurred into nights, and nights merged back into days. Time lost all meaning in this torturous cycle. The once hopeful glimmers in James and Emma's eyes faded, replaced by the hollow emptiness of despair. The horrors they witnessed etched deep scars into their souls, erasing any semblance of hope they once held. With each repeated death, their spirits grew weaker, until they could no longer muster the strength to fight. Accepting their fate, they resigned themselves to the relentless torment that awaited them at every turn. Their screams of terror were swallowed by the eternal darkness that surrounded them, swallowed by the abyss of this cruel time loop. And so, James and Emma remained trapped in the haunted house, condemned to relive their worst nightmares for all eternity. Their story serves as a chilling reminder of the merciless grip that fate can have, as their souls continue to suffer within the twisted confines of the theme park's cursed domain. In this bleak and horrifying tale, there are no heroes, no triumphs, and no happy endings, only the cold embrace of eternal horror and the agonizing cycle of suffering that binds James and Emma to their doomed existence. As time wore on, the once recognizable faces of James and Emma became mere shells of their former selves. Their bodies became emaciated, their minds plagued by hallucinations and delusions. The line between reality and nightmare blurred, tormenting them with twisted visions and false hopes of escape. Their conversations grew scarce, reduced to desperate whispers in the dark. Their love, once a beacon of light, had withered under the weight of their shared anguish. They had become prisoners not only of the horrifying realm they were trapped in but also of their own shattered spirits. The monsters that haunted them evolved, adapting to their every strategy and exploiting their deepest fears. They were tormented by a relentless barrage of gore and terror, forced to witness unspeakable atrocities. The horrors seeped into their very souls, corrupting their once innocent hearts with darkness. In this twisted time loop, death offered no respite. Each time they perished, their bodies regenerated, condemned to relive their own demise over and over again. The pain became their only constant, a cruel reminder of their helplessness and the futility of their struggle. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Time became an abstract concept as they lost all sense of self and purpose. Their existence became a haunting void, devoid of joy, hope, or any semblance of humanity. And then, in the midst of their eternal torment, they found a flicker of defiance. With newfound determination, they sought a way to break the cycle, to free themselves from the clutches of this cursed place. They scoured the haunted house for clues, piecing together fragments of forgotten tales and forbidden knowledge. Their quest for freedom led them to a hidden chamber deep within the heart of the haunted house. In this chamber, they discovered a forbidden ritual, a desperate attempt to break free from the chains of their nightmare. They hesitated, aware of the risks, but the allure of escape overwhelmed their rational thoughts. With trembling hands and hope rekindled, they performed the ritual, a desperate gamble to cheat fate itself. But as the incantations echoed through the chamber, the very fabric of their reality shattered. The consequences of their actions unleashed an even greater horror, tearing apart the boundaries between dimensions. Their agonized screams merged with the wails of the damned as the boundaries of time and space collapsed upon them. The couple was consumed by an unfathomable darkness, their existence erased from all known realms. In the end, their story remained untold, their struggle forgotten. Their fate served as a chilling reminder of the dangers of meddling with forces beyond mortal comprehension. The haunted house stood as a grim testament to the countless lives lost within its walls, forever cursed to suffer in silence. And so, the tale of James and Emma ended not with redemption or liberation, but with a tragic descent into oblivion, an eternal damnation within the unforgiving depths of the time loop, where horror, monsters, gore, and death reign supreme, their souls forever entwined in an eternal nightmare.
If you like what you heard, be sure to comment, like and subscribe for more chilling stories like this one. Thank you for listening.